If Oklahoma State does indeed move to the Pac-16 next season, Arizona coach Mike Stoops might just start having orange nightmares. Sure, we all remember the Alamo Bowl when the Cowboys drubbed the Wildcats 36-10 in their final game last season. But if we dig deeper, we realize the last time Stoops made the trip here to Stillwater, 2002, as defensive coordinator for the Sooners, the last time OU lost in Bedlam. So, with Oklahoma State posting a nation's best 666 yards of total offense in Week 1, Arizona was sure to have a devil of a time knocking off the Cowboys on Thursday night.
Brother, good to see you. Doing all right? Good.
Mike Gundy and Mike Stoops greeting each other warmly before the game. Not exactly the Hatfield-McCoy's feud here. Gundy was hoping his number 9 Cowboys get a comfortable win on a Thursday night for once. Former OSU golfer Ricky Fowler looking for a fast start, hoping the Cowboys would be victorious when the smoke cleared. Certainly didn't take long for OSU to jump on the Wildcats. Sophomore Joseph Randall kicked off his huge night with his 41-yard run all the way down to the 7-yard line less than 3 minutes into the game. Joseph added a 6-yard run before hopping into the end zone from 1 yard out for the score. OSU led 7-0. Only 3.5 minutes in, Cowboys drove 88 yards in 9 plays.
Well, we talk about a fast start, and one concern that I have with this team is they're so experienced on offense and they're so confident in themselves that at times I don't want them to think they can just go out there and it's going to happen.
Oh, but it was going to happen on this night. After the Raging Cajuns managed to keep him out of the end zone in Week 1, Justin Blackmon wouldn't be denied yet again. Brandon Whedon found his favorite target on the fade route for the 3-yard score. Oh, that's pretty. OSU led 14-0 under 3 minutes left in the first.
I felt pretty bad I didn't get him one last week, and not necessarily just for the streak, but just the guy's too good not to get in the end zone every game. He's just that special, and it was nice. If it's there, you got to take it. And there was a couple that was just stealing. I could have closed my eyes and just threw it up there, and he was going to catch it. So he's a freak.
I think the politically correct term is freakazoid American there, Brandon. And yes, this play pretty much confirms it with the sweet video game spin move. That 27-yard pass put the Cowboys back in business very late in the first quarter. How about capping off this 70-yard 10-play drive with Joseph Randall running right over 6'3", 220-pound Arizona safety Marquise Flowers and in for a touchdown. OSU had scored on all 3 of its possessions and led 21-0 with 13:30 still remaining in the first half.
Right, it feels good when you can jump on somebody that quick. We knew we had to come out fast. Arizona's a great team, and we knew we had to come out fast if we were gonna come out with the win.
It helps when the defense is playing well, and though he was injured in the game, junior linebacker Alex Elkins had a heck of a night, blowing up running back Keola Antolin. Elkins had 5 tackles. OSU led 21-0 at the half. Cowboys' offensive lull continued until Whedon to Blackmon struck again with only 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The 8-yard strike made it 27-7. Blackmon had 12 catches for 128 yards and 2 TDs. I hope this success isn't going to their heads.
Brandon is so dang accurate and has such a good grip of what we do, grasp, that you can trust him. There's moments where I'm thinking, God, if we just run it here and they're like, bullshit, we're going to throw it. This guy's a hell of a player, And I got to stop myself from thinking that. We got to trust him. He's a big-time player, So there is moments where I think that, God, if we could just run it here and kind of control the clock, it's like, screw that. Let's sling it. Seriously. I'm just like everybody else, like, God, if we could just do this, like, what am I doing that for?
So, more passing. This time, Arizona. All-out blitzes, and Whedon is able to get it off to Joseph Randall, who sprints 63 yards all the way down to the Arizona 6-yard line. Then, it's time for the other half of this dynamic duo. Jeremy Smith will take it from here. This sophomore, well, he won't be denied. Weaving his way in from 6 yards out, OSU takes the 34-7 lead. Smith ran 11 times for 65 yards. The Cowboys roll to a 37-14 win in front of 54,654 fans, the sixth largest crowd in OSU history. Brandon Whedon completes 42 of 53 passes for 397 yards. Both the 53 attempts and 42 completions are school records. Oklahoma State adds 197 yards on the ground while holding Arizona to only 41 rushing yards.
It was a great atmosphere out there. The crowd was rocking. I was surprised about the turnout that we had on a Thursday night, but overall I think we showed the fans exactly what's going on here, and they loved it.
I mean, this is really our house. I mean, we put in a lot of work on that field, and we don't want nobody to come in there and try to out-muscle us, out anything. They want a street fight at our house. Like, that's like somebody coming and knocking on your door and telling you to come outside. Let's fight. Like, at my house, in front of my kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in front of my family, my mama in the crowd, my daddy in the crowd, you know. We take it real personal when people come into our place, and especially when it's on TV or anytime. This is our house, and we like to play football and have fun.
The fact that Oklahoma State posted 594 yards of total offense on national television Thursday night against a legitimate team like Arizona has to have opened some eyes. And something will have to keep people's eyes open next week as Oklahoma State heads to Tulsa for a 9 o'clock kick. Reporting from Boone Pickens Stadium in Stillwater, Damon Fontenot, News OK Sports.